So I decided to go on a drive today. Grab some Buc-ee's. This is a 3-meat sandwich, which, by the way, Buc-ee's, bravo. About time. This is delicious. But I decided I was going to show up to see Eric. The first thing I noticed, he is using a toilet for a firewall stand. Okay. But I brought Buddy lunch from Buc-ee's. He ain't even here. So when he gets here, I'm chucking a sandwich at him. Because I brought you lunch. Don't even want to show up. What's up, buddy? Been a minute, so I figured might be time to tell the people what the hell is going on over here, bud.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a minute, buddy, and you've obviously done a lot of work. But before we even jump into all this, all the people know what I'm about to ask you. Why are you using a toilet for your firewall stand? What are you doing? What is this?
So I can stay in.
Literally, that's multitasking at its finest.
No, that's just how scatterbrained I've been.
You had to take the toilet out?
Replace the toilet. I haven't thrown it away. If you look down here, like I'm.
Yeah, this is like an ADD nightmare.
Yeah, I'm horrible about that shit, especially when I'm trying to run through a bunch of just meticulous crap, and that's what I'm at the point now.
So guys, everybody knows he has helped me with every build. Well, almost every build. He wouldn't touch the Brabus. The Brabus, he was like, "No, I'm out. Absolutely not." The good news is the S58 on the M4. He's already looked into it. I think you're pretty impressed with that engine.
Yeah, it's a nice engine. I like a lot of the engineering that they've done with it. It doesn't seem too overly engineered, but
we'll just have to make it Alex-proof one of these days. Oh, but what I'm getting at is we'll be doing a little bit on the M4. I have no problem. I mean, obviously, I trust this guy. He's helped me build cars that have gone very fast in. We'll keep it simple. But when he's building something of his own, there is not a detail unturned or redone 17 times. Literally 17 times.
And, back and forth, and then,
like he built himself a rotisserie.
And it's...
He didn't buy this at Harbor Freight. He built this thing. This is ridiculous.
These right here, pivot points, those are the hubs from the Jeep.
The Jeep you just pulled up in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Hubs, so yeah, and then she just likes to...
Look at this thing. This is ridiculous. So when all of you were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you guys went that far on a V6," we didn't go that far when you really think about it.
And I mean, literally.
This is ridiculous.
And that's how easy.
God, how strong is it? I feel like we need to buckle one of us in it and just yeet ourselves. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. I'm not volunteering. Absolutely not. Obviously, you've done a little bit of fabrication. Where are you at in this process?
Where I wish I didn't start this shit.
You bought a $15,000 truck.
Yes.
What's the truck worth now?
$2.75. My bad. Like they said, the motor was rebuilt. The transmission had been rebuilt. That was all a lie. That's why we LS swapped it. What was it? They said the frame had been gone through all the way. The rear end, the pinion, it's got a good 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch in and out when you rotate it, so it actually goes in and out literally, which of course that's not supposed to happen.
Really?
Yeah, really. So yeah, and then I've got stuff to rebuild
This contraption is still.
Yeah, I mean,
I get it. You on every angle.
It helps a lot with this, like, runs, which happens, but I haven't painted in 20-something years, so it's not too bad.
Well, here's the good news: when you take the cab off, this is a joke from our mature audience. When you take the cab off, this will be really easy for you to go hog hunting, and we ain't talking about hunting.
But yeah, so at this point, like, I really wanted to get the color down to make sure it was the right color I wanted, which it is. I've lizard skinned the interior for sound deadening and heat shielding. Heat shielding here, just the sound deadening there. Cut the center console out.
Yep.
I like it that way. And then I've got 4 defrost vents that I put on the top part of the dash. I got the vents there.
No, this is when you're actually fabricating stuff. This isn't like Vato's on specials.
Yeah, just stupid stuff, you know. Been a long time since I've got this far into anything, so this
that's
is
what
just
she said.
Yeah, I know that's right. No, I've never heard that because I don't. But this is just a trial anyway.
Yeah, because I'm sure this truck's going to be through 14 iterations. Do you think it'll be drivable by next Halloween?
Hopefully by the end of this year.
Oh, we're going to go on a cold cruise?
Yes.
How many extra parts are going to be in my trunk?
None.
Oh, I like the confidence.
Hopefully. Keep my fingers crossed, but you know, I mean, it's at the point of where it's very fine detailed crap, and it's.
Oh yeah, because I know you right now. I can like just that point. I know right there you're gonna have that smooth back out. All of this will be painted to match. There's the secret to his color. One of the colors. Is that what you're planning on sticking with, or you're going with something else? Because it's all behind you too.
No, this is that's actually the color of the cab or the actual truck.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go with a black, but I'm trying to get a black flake to go into it also.
Oh.
So,
Hey, we can always use the glitter flake that was all over Valkyrie. I can get plenty of that for you. We can bass boat this thing up.
Oh yeah. No.
Come on, it's supposed to be lime green. You think I forgot? Lime gold. Lime gold. I didn't forget. Don't worry, you're gonna come here one day. Because I know every time I show up, I got about 10 minutes before you show up, and I'm just gonna spray a line.
Yeah, I don't doubt that one bit.
And then
I've actually went in and shaved the firewall, and then raptor lined all of the bottom of the actual cab out fairly well. So yeah, I've gotten pretty good distance-wise on it. It's just trying to get the final kick into it.
I just want everybody to remember, yeah, there's wasp out here. I'm allergic. We are not playing again. He watched me do the funky chicken a minute ago.
Yep.
For all of you who talk about, I built my car, I want you to remember this image right here. For all of you, I built it. I touched everything on this thing. Did you? Like, that's the bed of this thing outside right there. Did you build your thing? Did you touch everything? I tell people all the time the only thing on Valkyrie that wasn't modified was the exterior panels and the dash. Everything else in that car was modified.
We went through it some way, somehow. And it's just, I mean,
a few times.
And that's the way it works, you know, usually. You know, I mean, this thing's not like that frame. That's the stock frame. That's not going to be the final iteration.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just at the point of where I'm ready to get the thing up and running because it wasn't supposed to take this long.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. You know, Good Guys is this weekend, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year.
I was asked if I need to work on the truck.
So what you're saying is next year we're gonna have a lean-to, the whole 9 yards.
Maybe.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
I'm here for it.
You know, you never know.
Now, are you still bagging this thing?
No, I'm probably going to. The final iteration will be a cantilever hydraulic system. That way that I can have the coilover shocks, and any ride height, I'll have the actual ride. The ride won't vary. With airbags, if you have them inflated too much, you have a very rough ride. If you have them deflated too much, it's a very
overly soft, overly mushy.
I mean, you're just gonna bounce a lot.
Well, but I mean, also, and I mean, I'm not defending air ride. I've never had it before. Kat has. She just told me like AccuAir has 3 different settings. So you have an all the way up, you have your ride height, and then you have your, she called it her picture mode.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can have the thing where it balances every corner while you're driving. But when you're building something on your own like this, that is a lot more circuitry. That's a lot more computers you got to deal with. Plus, you got to make sure, and this is not me making fun of your math, you have to make sure that the geometry of the frame is correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm dyslexic, so it kind of does make sense that not to go too far into it. But
you don't go too far into anything.
No. The difference is that you have a great ride quality with the airbag system at a certain PSI or certain height. With a cantilever hydraulic system, well, I can take that whole too hard, too soft completely out of it by using a hydraulic arm or ram to adjust my ride height from the top of the actual strip, well, coilover. So then that takes away the necessary of inflating your airbag up to get a higher ride height. It just use the hydraulic arm to make the system go up and still have your same ride quality throughout the entire process.
Okay, so you guys all heard it here first. He is going full hydraulics. We're going Snoop Dogg on this build. It's going to be hopping up and down the street. But no, seriously, the cantilever system, that's something you'll see on like the BAC Mono. It's that inboard coilover system, something that you can control the full ride stiffness, dampening the whole 9 yards from the inside. I'm sure this guy would probably have that on a clickable system where you can adjust it very, very easily.
We're hoping.
Oh God, that hurts my heart. But obviously you're in the middle of it. How much are you trying to get accomplished today? Just trying to get some more sanding done?
Just sanding, put a little putty in it where it's low, sand it, put a little more putty in it where it's low.
I don't miss those days.
Yeah,
I don't miss those days at all. For those of you who don't know, I've actually painted one of my own cars before, and I will never do it again. I just wanted to come by, bud, give everybody kind of an update. People have asked about you in the comments. You're still here, you're still alive, you're in one of your projects. How about this? Shout it out real quick. What's your Instagram? Because I know you've actually been putting stuff on there. I'll put it on the screen too, because
honestly,
look at
I'm
him.
not even sure.
Letters and numbers. I'm not sure.
I think it's Eric.Sisk. I'm not sure.
I'll find it and I'll put it on the screen. If you guys are interested in this build, if you're into the classic stuff and not the modern stuff, although we do no modern stuff, we will be doing some drag racing. This is going to be low and slow-ish, not very. But that thing's going to end up being a monster. So if you're interested in what Eric's doing, if you're interested in the classics, go follow his Instagram right there. And then, what do you say we get a little more done?
Hopefully.
All right, buddy. Like, share, subscribe, and go see Eric.
Stay savage.